Shivu. Today we continue with our exploration of the chakras. Chakras, the wheel of life. The invisible cortexes, which are determining the life. And today we have reached the heart chakra, heart, which is the epicenter of all the emotions. Emotions of happiness, emotions of anxiety, emotions of remorse, sorrow. How this chakra plays its role in determining these emotions. Before we plunge into and dig out the reasons of how this chakra is behaving and if blocked, what are the prognoses? What is the dichotomy if blocked? And what are the prognosis when it is activated? But before that, let's understand what are emotions. What causes emotions? And what happens when we are at the receiving end of the information. Information which is the pivotal, the fulcrum of emotions. As any information when fed into our system results in exhibition or manifestation of emotions. Someone praises, we are happy. So what caused that happiness? That piece of information. Someone tries to blemish our image. What is it which causes that? A kind of sorrow or distress. Information. Information which is dependent upon who? Who is the person who is saying that? Is the person in our perception and our convictions, is that person so important that his or her use of the language, of exhibiting or expressing a certain thing about ourselves, does that hold any value? One. Second, it is dependent upon the language. There are a number of languages. Silence also is a language, which the sadhus, sadhu means, it's a Sanskrit word, which means the one who is stable. But continuing further, the people, when he or she says anything to you, that has to be the language which you can understand. Language whose deduction causes you to react. Like, I'm not too comfortable with, say, German, Cantonese, Mandarin, French. But if someone says anything to me in that language, maybe abusive, I won't react because I did not really understand what the person said. So, language is important. Third, the way it is said, the expression. Like there is a certain mannerism which are associated with a certain things, very specific emotions. Expression of aggression. How the person is saying the same thing, but in a disguised aggression. Like if someone raises his voice, frowns, and says, "How are you?" that won't be taken as it was not an inquiry of a well-being. it won't be taken in that way. You naturally, as soon as you hear that statement in that aggressive tone, you will be reacting to it, or your body or your brain would be, the sympathetic brain would be reacting to that statement in aggression. These are three major players in defining the emotions. There are many sub-clauses to these three of them. Of lately, happiness is said to be a thing which is, happiness is an emotion which is welcome. People take it positive. Howsoever, anger is not taken as. But let's try and understand. Does a body really know the difference between anger and happiness? Or anxiety caused by anger? A unwelcome statement or unwelcome instance? And to the desired stance. In both the cases, the palpitations rise. There is a rise, there is an increase in the palpitations. So we can really come to a conclusion. In either of the cases, body takes up a root which is not natural. May be psychological, physical, biological. As you would have come across, if a person is suffering with anxiety, hypertension, or diabetes, doctors, physicians normally recommend a burst of happy news is also not good for the person, because the tolerance power of the body to absorb the anxiety is depleted. So that buffer, the strength, is depleted. What causes all these things? Happiness, anger, anxiety, remorse, sorrow, joy, bliss, is our understanding, which sometimes is fed in by an external person. But most of the time, it is self-generated. Like the time we self-talk, which is taken as preparing. When we self-talk, we talk in the language which we know. And we basically start with the negatives. What are the weaknesses? The time there's SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So we start with weaknesses and threats. What can damage our concept, our conceptualization? What are the potential threats? We keep on digging. The plunge gets in deeper, 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 and hence the emotions of anger. Because it is we itself who is telling our own self that these are the problems. And who is creating the problem? Our own self. Because the entire process, the entire project is running within you. You are building the wall and demolishing it. The time you build the wall, you are getting happy, but tired also by building it up. But instantaneously, you demolish it. And as soon as that imaginary wall, which was very important as to the hallucination, was very important for your project to succeed, has been demolished. And immediately, there is this anger, this anguish, this remorse, this sorrow. Today we'll be taking up the path of physical exercises to deal with or basically curb down the flow of the emotions. Because these emotions need to be in our control. We can't be a piece of paper floating around on the waves of our own thoughts and keep hitting the boulder and get sick. Vedas and the ways, as the Vedas have enshrined. We do an exercise. This exercise, the first exercise, as you are saying, is not part of the Vedic system. But during my interaction with the pupils and the clients, I have noticed this exercise does engage and does suffice the purpose of disassociating the person from the thoughts. And that's a desired result for a teacher. What we do is we rotate our hand in the front motion. Okay? And we rotate the left hand in the reverse order. Okay? And as you are seeing in the exercise, we are doing both the things. We are rotating both the hands at one time. If you notice, the right hand is going forward and the left hand is coming back. This is an exercise for the people who have their heart chakra in the first quadrant. I come to the second exercise. As you are saying, I'm sitting gently, very comfortably. I'm sitting in a Siddha asana. But you can take up any posture which is comfortable with you. But keep in mind that you keep your cervical and the spine both in an erect manner. They should be perpendicular to the floor. And in this, what I'm doing is I'm regulating the eyesight. Normally, we see till the time there is no blockage. We aren't regulating it. We let the eyesight go beyond as far as it can. We don't stop it. But in this exercise, we control by the eyesight and bring it to our eyelashes. Hold it there and then make it normal, pull it back, make it normal, pull it back. These two exercises will engage your conscious and the subconscious mind to such a level because you are doing something which the body has not done till now. And by engaging in an exercise, physical exercise, in which the body does not take or the brain does not take that to be natural, it leaves everything, all the thoughts, all the memories, all the concepts, all the manifestations. It is just engaged in a thing which is new to it and wants to accomplish it. These two exercises will make you relieved and hence we control our emotions. The viewers who would like to read more about heart chakra and how heart chakra regulates the life and how important it is. Below in the description I've mentioned the link. Do visit. It will give you an insight. It's not a matter of faith. It's a matter of fact. Read it. Read it without carrying the backpack of the emotions, the backpack of perceptions, the backpack of convictions. Come with a relaxed mind and see how beautiful the life is. In the next episode, we'll be taking the path of the breath to heal this heart chakra. Till the time we meet next time, Shivo.